All right, Vanessa Zamora here. We're at Video Marketing Expo, and joining me now is Brian Brushwood of Bizarre Magic. Welcome.
Yeah, how are you doing, Vanessa?
I'm doing great today. Just got done eating lunch, so I'm a little full,
That was a good lunch, wasn't it?
It really was, yeah. It's always good when you're at a hotel.
Yeah, when it's included. I was going to say free, but I suppose we all...
That too.
Yeah, that's... when you're not shelling out bucks for it, it's good.
Anyway, let's talk about what we're doing here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so you have been doing magic for how many years?
10 years full-time. I quit my job at the height of the dot-com bubble. Ooh, I guess it's this month, May of '99, when everyone was convinced they were going to be internet millionaires. I walked away from... They had just given me a raise at Dell, and it scared me because I was like, this is how you do something you hate for the rest of your life. And so I did what sounded at the time like the stupidest thing I could possibly do, which was walk away from all that and do magic for a living.
Sounds pretty fun to me.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, actually. It was a lot of work, though. But 2 years later, the best part is 2 years later, I was on The Tonight Show, and the tech bubble had burst. So I'm like, ha-ha, in your face. I win.
Excellent, excellent. So now you do shows, obviously you do high schools, graduations, events, but you also have a web series,
That's
correct?
Right.
Okay,
That's
Scam School?
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Scam School, we call it the show about social engineering at the bar and on the street, which basically means using magic and trickery to screw your friends out of free stuff, whether it's a free drink at the bar, scamming the girl's phone number, cutting to the front of the line, those little underhanded tools that everybody wishes they had.
So how important is video to your whole package here?
You know, that's a really good question because the live touring is a business that I built over the last 6 or 7 years, or I guess the first 6 or 7 years. And then finally I was touring as much as I wanted to be on the road. I could be on the road and make as much money as I felt like hustling for that particular year. But then I started to get really interested in the long tail of when you do something funny on stage, it's funny for the 300 to 500 people there, and then 2 days later, everyone's forgotten it. You do something funny or brilliant on the web, I mean, that lives for freaking ever, right? So because I am lazy, I started thinking of ways to take advantage of that, and I noticed that there are a lot of videos out there where people seem to love to learn magic tricks, and they want to learn underhanded, sneaky information. And there's a lot of tutorials out there. They're all done by amateurs on a home webcam, and I noticed that there was no character-driven, well-produced, regular series that covered that niche, and so I pitched Scam School as a way to do exactly that.
Who'd you pitch?
I pitched 2 or 3 people. Sony said no thank you. Sony. That's...
Well, haha, Sony.
In your faces, all of you. That's going to be the headline in the newspaper. Brian the World, up yours. But On Networks was interested, and Revision 3 was interested, but Revision 3 jumped first, and I couldn't have been happier because I've been a closet, hardcore computer geek for a long time, fan of Revision 3. In fact, it really geeked me out to be part of the family. Every time the phone would ring, I'd be like, it's Martin Sargent calling.
So do you have your predictions for the future
For the
of
web,
video?
the smart thing that magicians do is that, oh yes, I have a prediction. It's in a sealed envelope somewhere in my vault back here. I'll reveal afterwards that I was right. But that's a really good question. You know, I guess I'm certainly hoping that, I don't know, I think what's happening, and this is unusual because every time you go to a show and you see Magic Live, you don't have a choice. You get fooled, and that's the end of it. If you care so much about how you got fooled, you can get on Google and you can hunt down the answers way later. But on Magic Online and any kind of trickery or mind reading, any of the related variety arts, you don't have to, there's no delay. They're like, that was amazing, how was it done? And you type it into Google and you can most of the time find the answer. So I think, this is my prediction for the future, we're entering an age where people will be fooled by their own choice. You know, like I'll watch Penn and Teller and say, they fooled me badly. I don't think I want to know how it was done because I really had a good time and they put on a good show that really blew me away. Which is not where we were 40 years ago, where it's like, you know, David Copperfield or you know, any of the old, I don't think David Copperfield was performing 40 years ago. I don't know, maybe he was. But David Copperfield fooled me, and I don't get to know how it's done. And certainly not when magic was really getting started 400 years ago, where you couldn't find the answer in libraries. You know, it was only from apprentice to master that you could actually learn the art. So I think the gap is getting smaller, and people are getting fooled by choice.
So you basically have to be more innovative.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Certainly. I mean, that's there's sort of a progression. What was it? Arthur C. Clarke said any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. And so as a result, magicians are always reinventing new ways, using more and more technology to get ahead. For example, we started doing an illusion where I actually make a ghost appear on the cell phone of every single person in the audience.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah,
it's
isn't
amazing.
Isn't that great, right? And I love it because I don't do anything. I just laugh at everyone freaking out at a ghost in their phone. But yeah, I think technology has a huge factor in innovation and moving magic forward.
Absolutely. Okay, everyone, this is Brian Brushwood, Bizarre Magic, and we don't have time for a trick, but I'm sure that's fine by
No,
you.
that's fine. I'm not one of those. I used to be one of those grumpy magicians who'd be like, I'm not being paid to do magic right now. Now I'll do it for anyone.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.